Hey guys, it's Bowsy Wowsy and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we are doing a tutorial on the Cecaelia. So this is a mermaid, but instead of a fish bottom, she has an octopus bottom. So this is what she looks like. She's got like a sea crown in her hair. I tried to use stuff that would work underwater. The only thing that doesn't work if you add this underwater are her eyes, but I think you can switch that up for something that will look just as well if you put her underwater. And then I think you need to be careful with the turtle eggs and drowned, something about turtle eggs and drowned. But anyway, if you do this underwater, you'll figure it out. So let me show you what you're going to need for the build. You're going to need 125 nether brick stairs, 52 nether bricks, 48 glow lichen, 39 dark prismarine, 26 nether brick walls, 20 spruce stairs, 20 mangrove trapdoors, 16 sea lanterns, 15 red stained glass panes, 15 spruce planks, 12 nether brick slabs, 10 nether brick fences, 4 dark prismarine stairs, 4 turtle eggs, 1 end rod, 3 polished blackstone walls, 2 polished blackstone stairs, 2 hoppers, 2 stripped mangrove wood. So this is the one where it's all 4 sides, okay? 1 dark prismarine slab and 1 skulk block. So to get started, I kind of made like a little graph pattern here for you guys. And I'm also going to be using polished granite stairs and mangrove stairs instead of nether brick stairs, or else it's going to get so confusing with how many stairs make up these tentacles. So anywhere I put these stairs, do it with another brick or do it with these or some other block and then replace later because it will get really confusing. So to get started, right here is our middle point at this gold block. We're going to go down 4 on the diagonal right here. We're going to put a stair right there. So the stair here would be like this granite block, and then right here you put the stair up against it, but because we have glow lichen right there, I just didn't want to put anything. Over to down 4, or down 3, you're going to put a stair there. Right here, down 4 on the diagonal, you're going to put a stair there, glow lichen behind it. So back over, looking from the front here, 1, 2, 3, down 2, a stair right there like that. Back from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the diagonal, a stair like that. Back over to the front here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 down. And we have a stair right up against that block. Right here from the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and a stair up against that block as well. And then we have 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a stair up against that block. Okay, so that's the base of all the stairs. Now, next, let's go ahead and add our next layer of stairs. So right here on this first block, we're going to add a stair here and a stair behind it. Any stairs that are upward facing, I'm going to make them in the granite. Any stairs that are upside down stairs, I'm going to make them in the mangrove. Okay, so that's for that block. We're going to work in a counterclockwise direction for most of this. On this stair right here, we're going to put a stair like this and a stair like that. For this next stair right here, it's actually going to be a full block like this. Over on this stair here, we're going to have a polished and then a upside down stair. So looking at it from the front, that's what everything should be looking like. It gets super confusing, so just follow along with me, okay? I'm going to try and be very slow about this. Right here, we're going to put a polished stair facing to the right, and then an upside down stair on that. Let's move back over to the front. Okay, over on this one right here, we're going to place a granite like this, an upside down stair behind it. On this one right here, it's going to go ahead and be a full block. Back over to the front here. This last stair, we're going to place it facing in, and then an upside down stair like this. Okay, that's what your first level should be looking like. All right, for our next level, it looks like I kind of did 2 in 1 here when I did my pictures, so just work with me. We are going to, for this very first one right here, 2 full blocks, just like that. Nothing too complicated. On top of this mangrove stair, a full block like this, and then facing towards the back, a granite stair, a full block behind it, and underneath both of those, an upside down stair, which is going to be the mangrove. Okay, let's go back over to the front. Over here for this next one, we're going to face in towards the gold block. We're going to place a polished sandstone. We're going to place an polished granite, a mangrove underneath that. Okay, and now we're going to go towards the back and face towards the front, and we're going to place a granite like this and an upside down mangrove like that. Okay, so if we look at it from this side, that's what it should look like. And if we look at it facing towards the middle, that's what that should look like. So back over at the front here, let's move over to this piece right here. We're going to face towards the front and a polished granite here and a mangrove behind it with a full block on top of that mangrove. Okay, back over to the front here. Let's work on that back block, back piece right here. On top of this mangrove facing towards the front, we're going to put a polished here and mangrove behind it and a full block on top. Back over to the front here. We're going to work on this one here facing towards the right of our work, a granite here, an upside down mangrove there, a full block on top of that, and coming out of that block as well, a mangrove like this. Okay, that's what that should be looking like from the front. For this next block here, we're going to go ahead and take a granite facing towards the back like this. We're going to put a upside down mangrove underneath that. Now facing in towards our gold block, we're going to place a granite like this and a full block connecting to that. Now what you're going to want to do is actually come under here, underneath this full block, and add facing into the mangrove to make the little kitty corner block, this stair here. Back over to the front. That's what that should look like right there. And now we're going to finish up this last piece, and facing to the back, we're going to place a polished like this, and upside down mangrove behind it, and a full block on top of that. So this is what those next two layers look like. For our next layer, for our first block here, we're going to go ahead and place a polished like this. We're going to come over here to our next portion, and we're going to place a full block on top of that with a mangrove coming out from this side like this. Over to our next piece here. On top of this mangrove, we're facing the front now, a polished here and a mangrove coming out of that. So that's what that should look like there. And then we're coming over to this side right here. And we're going to face towards the right of the work. So if we look at it from the front, that's the right. Okay, kind of out. And we're going to place a polished here and a stair behind it. For this next one, we're going to place a polished facing towards the gold block. We're going to place an upside down mangrove here and connect another one to it like, we actually want it to be it'll connect, it'll make that little block like that. Let's move back over to the front. We're going to come back over to this back one right here. We're going to place a full block right there with a polished granite on top of that previous nether brick block. That is hard to say. Brick block. Block brick. Anyway, for this next one right here, you just take a little step back. We're going to put a polished granite here with a mangrove underneath it. Okay, that's what that should look like. We only have that one to finish. And for that one, we're going to face into the gold block, place a polished granite like this with a mangrove underneath it. And that finishes up our next layer. For our next layer here, I think I actually forgot a block, but on this first one right here, one nether brick and then one on top like this. Okay, from here for this next one, we're going to face towards the left of our work, a granite here and a full block on top of that mangrove stair. For this next one facing in towards the gold block, a granite here with a mangrove behind it. Let's move back over to the front, and we're going to come around to this piece right here. And facing towards the front, we're going to place a polished granite here with a mangrove behind it. Over on this piece right here, on this mangrove stair, we're going to place a full block on top, and facing to the right of the work, we're going to place a polished granite right there. Let's go back over to the front. That's what that should be looking like. Right here, we're going to come and work on this piece right here. All you're going to do is bring that block up by 1 and place a full block up on top of this mangrove. Those are both nether brick as well. Over here, we have a full block on top of this mangrove as well. And that finishes up for that level. Let's move on to the next one. For this next level, we're going to be starting to work on the thicker part of the body. So we're almost done with these really complicated stairs pieces. I just found it really complicated to even do the photo tutorial for me to follow. And yeah, it's complicated. If you can just do the schematic, I recommend that. Anyway, let's start with this first piece here. We're going to place a polished granite facing towards the back. We're going to come facing to the front. We're going to place a upside down stair here and pull that out by 1. Place a helper block there and place a nether brick like a slab right there like this. Next, we're going to bring this level up by 1, a mangrove stair like this right here. And coming out of this full block that we just placed is another slab like this. We're actually going to be alternating these slabs, so if you want to place them now, we can. And we're going to place a slab here. Those are all just helper blocks for now, okay? So remove those. You place a slab, helper there, a slab, helper, and slab, helper, slab, helper, slab. So you should have 8 total slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in that shape right there. And you can make that following the first one we placed. And now let's move over to this third tentacle right here. On top of that mangrove, we're going to place a full block like this. Moving over to this side, we're going to face towards the front. A polished granite here, an upside down mangrove there. Over on this back block here, we're going to bring that up by 1. And we're going to bring an upside down mangrove coming out of it. Okay, so we're facing the left of the work. And that's what that should, that's that back portion, that's the front, that's what that should be looking like. Let's move back over to the front here. Back over to this block right here. We're going to come in with a face the front polished granite right here and an upside down mangrove connecting that. For this next one right here, I'm going to face towards the right of the work, and we're going to place a granite here, an upside down mangrove behind it, and then go ahead and come down and place another mangrove connecting that. Right here on this last one, we're going to place, facing towards the right of the work, a polished granite here, an upside down mangrove there, and facing the front, we're going to bring it back by 1 like this. So if you look at it from the top, these are all of your slabs right here, and that is the rest of the stairs right there. And then you have your full blocks. Back over at the front here, we're going to add in our next layer. Right here on top of, we're going to work on this first tentacle. On top of this mangrove, we're going to place a granite facing in, a full block right here. And then on top of each of these slabs that we placed previously are going to go our sea lanterns like this. Okay, on the front and on the back of each sea lantern is going to go a trapdoor. So I'm just going to place those 2 for now. Next, this tentacle here, a full block here like this with a granite facing into it. Over here next to this sea lantern, we actually need our hopper. So I'm going to place a helper block. Our hopper faces into that helper block like that. And underneath that hopper is our end rod coming out of it from the bottom. So that's what that should look like next to that sea lantern right there. Over here on top of this full block, we're going to go ahead and bring it up by 1. On top of this mangrove, up by 1 as well. Go ahead and add trapdoors on either side of these sea lanterns right here. On the side of this back one, this back right corner. So if we look at it, this is the front, that's the back right corner. Okay, so now we're facing from the back to the front. On top of this block, this full block, a granite like this, and a full block behind it. A trapdoor in front of this sea lantern. A full block on top of that mangrove with another mangrove coming out of it like this. Go ahead and come in on the inside and fill that in with one more block right there. So that's what the back should be looking like. Over here on this portion, we're going this mangrove, a granite right here with a full block like that. Go ahead and place a trapdoor up against this sea lantern. And now we're going to we're facing the right of the work, and all we have left is this little portion right here. And we're going to place a full block on top of that mangrove with a granite facing into it like this. So if we come from the front, this is what it should be looking like. Now go ahead and come in here, and on all of these 4, 1, 2, directly across from each other, place your mangrove trapdoors like that. In between all of the sea lanterns, we're going to fill that in with upside down mangrove stairs. So just fill all of that in like that. Okay, so all of those are upside down stairs. Let me go ahead and scooch down. So if you look at it, it should be looking like that. For our next level, we're going to go ahead and go up right here with a granite here and a granite on top of that sea lantern. Go ahead and add a full block here and a full block next to it. Bring these sea lanterns up by 1, trapdoors around this left one, and trapdoor on the front of this right one. You're going to place your wall, your polished black stone, right here, up against that sea lantern there. Let's go ahead and come over to this side. So this is where your hopper is, your wall is right there. On top of this full block, we're going to place a granite here on top of the sea lantern, a granite as well. A full block behind each of those granites right there. Bring your sea lantern up by 1, a trapdoor in front of it, and let's scooch over to the back so we're facing the front of the work. And we're going to add another trapdoor right here like this. We're going to add a granite here, a granite there, and a granite on top of that piece there. A full nether brick block behind each of those granites like this. Into this granite right here, you're going to place a little corner stair like that. Bring this block up by 1. And then we're going to add a trapdoor right here like this. A granite here, and a granite there on top of the sea lantern. A full block behind each of these like this. And then what we're going to do with this little middle part that's left over, our little 3x3, is we're going to take upside down stairs, and we're just going to line that with upside down stairs all the way around. Okay, so if we go in, that's what it should be looking like. And now we finished that level, and let's head back over to the front. We're going to, on top of each of these full blocks, add in stairs like this, all around facing in. Okay, and now you can fill in this little portion with full nether blocks like this. Almost done here, just a little bit more to go. We're going to place a 4 sea lanterns in this pattern right here. Go ahead and place trapdoors on each of the portions that are facing out. So we'll just go around, place those 4 trapdoors. And then we have full blocks coming up like this. Okay. And then over here on top of our wall, we have nether brick fences. Oh, where'd those go? We have nether brick fences coming up like this. And then we're going to take our granite stairs and we're going to come all the way around, just line that all the way around with your stairs like that to form that shape. And that's what it should look like from the front. Go ahead and bring that fence up by one more. And there you have the octopus part of the body. Now comes the easy part, which is just what's left of this right here, her top portion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch everything over to nether brick. What you can do is switch, if you followed along with the granite, switch everything back over to nether brick, and then also add in on the lower portions of the body, anywhere where there's like a full block, you just go ahead and send in, like right here, you just go ahead and add in your glow lichen. See, you can see where all those full portions are, and it'll spread to any full portion that it can reach as well. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a second. So here we have it all switched over to nether brick. I did forget a little portion right here on one of the slices. On top of these sea lanterns that are exposed, just place some nether brick slabs on top like this. There we go. Now that's all covered up. When you do place the glow lichen, I did not place any on the portions that face outside. I only placed on the portions that face inside towards the body. So that way at night, it'll light up really cool from the inside, but there won't be anything outside the tentacles. And I feel like that adds to kind of like the illusion of maybe having the suckers a little bit too. So suckers on the inside portion, nothing on the outside portion. So over to the body, we're going to start with the skin. And that's a filler block there. We have a full spruce block here, 3 upside down stairs coming out of it like that. Go ahead and move that around 1, and don't fill that next one in. 1 in the back and 1 on the side like this. So from the top, these are all stairs coming around and a stair back there. From the front here, we're going to go ahead and come up on our next level. 1 full block to your stripped wood right here, and then a glow lichen on the front of each of them, and that's kind of like the bra area. A full block back behind that initial full block. Go ahead and fill that in on either side like this. A full block next to the bra area on this side right here. A stair facing out of it like this. Over here on this side, we're going to bring this out by 1 full block here. Another full block, pull that out by 1, and upside down stair like this. Go ahead and add in your nether brick fence to connect that over to the hand. We're going to come back over to the side right here. We're going to replace that block there with an upside down stair like this. And touching that upside down stair towards the back is a dark prismarine like this. Over right here, this block as well, we're going to go ahead and replace with an upside down stair like this. A full block on top of that one that's poking out right there. Scooch on over, and you're going to place a upside down right in that corner right there. Back over here, we're facing towards the front. We're going to place some helper blocks. We're going to place a helper block right here coming towards the back. Off of that helper block to the left, but that's towards the right of the work. You can see what we're doing. And 1 behind it like this. Go ahead and remove that helper block. Over here on this stair we just placed, go ahead and place a helper block here, a dark prismarine here, and a dark prismarine there. So that's what that should be looking like from the top. I think we did make a teeny tiny mistake, and this stair should not be there. We should actually pull that forward by 1 more, and then we place the hand. So 2 full blocks, and then the hand. For our next level here, go ahead and grab your turtle eggs. Your turtle eggs can go in this hand right here. Place your 4 of them. Right here in this middle block, go ahead and place a stair here, a stair next to it, and then 2 stairs on either side facing in, and it's going to make that shape right there. A full block inside of it, and a stair back behind it facing in. Okay. Currently, that's what we're looking like. A stair right here on this hand for her staff, or her trident, actually. Back over here on this prismarine block, we go ahead and place a window pane here. Up against that pane, we're going to go ahead and place a dark prismarine and bring that pane back by 1 like this. Okay, so from the top, that's what that should be looking like. Go ahead and bring this next prismarine right here up by 1 as well. Up on top of this block right here to the left, we're going to place a pane like this, a prismarine towards the inside like that, and bring that pane out by 1 on both edges. We're going to place a helper block on top of this prismarine here, and we're going to place a dark prismarine right there. For our next level, right here in that middle full block, we're going to place a stair like this, a dark prismarine behind it like that. Go ahead and pull that out by 1. Okay, so from the top, that's what that, from the front and the top, that's what that looks like. From this first prismarine here, we're going to come out by 2 like this. Up against that, we're going to place a another brick wall here and one behind it that goes on top of the glass pane, and one glass pane towards the front like this. We're going to move over to the other side and we're going to pull out 1 block here, bring that up by 1 as well. We're going to place a wall here, a wall in front and wall behind, so that's 3 walls, and at the front of the wall a pane like this. For our next level, a full block on top of that stair, stairs on either side of it to start shaping the face like this. On the edge of this stair, a dark prismarine here, a dark prismarine on the other side as well, and pull that out by 1 right there. 1 fence up against the side of it here and bring it back by 1 as well. Okay, on this side we're going to place a wall. I said fences, they're walls. A wall here and a dark prismarine back behind that wall like this. Okay, if we look at it from the front and the top, right behind the full block of the face, we're going to place a block here, bring that back by 1, and then 1 on either side to form kind of like this little Tetris shape. In the corners, right here and right here, we're going to place glass panes like that and pull those out by 2. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. So that's our next level there. For our next level, go ahead and 3 full spruce blocks like this. Dark prismarine on that side, bring that up by 1 as well. Go ahead and bring your fence up by 2 here. So that should be a total of 3, 1, 2, and 3. We put a hopper on top of those 3 fences. We're going to scooch over to this side, so we're facing the hopper. We're on this side here. We're going to take our walls, and on top of those glass panes, 1, 2, and 3 walls like this. Up against this right here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, so that fills in behind the spruce like that. Grab your dark prismarine stair, and we're going to place a dark prismarine stair right here. From that stair we just placed, 1, 2 panes like this, a full block right next to that stair. Go ahead and bring in that little corner right here on top of the first pane, a full block, and then 2 walls on top of those glass panes. So if we look at it from this side, that's what it should be looking like. And let's move back over to the front. Back over at the front here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a prismarine stair and we're going to place it right here on this first prismarine that's kind of poking out, a full block next to it, and then take your prismarine slab and a slab coming out of that there. On top of this corner right here, we're going to place a prismarine block like this. And then back here we fill in with 1 spruce like that to create the face. On top of our trident here, we're going to go ahead and place our skulk block. And then on either side of that, we have our 2 upside down polished stairs like this. Over here, on this empty kind of area where we are going to place a prismarine there, a prismarine behind the spruce, and a prismarine stair facing into it like that. So we're facing the right of the work, and that's a stair right there. Let's come over to the front, and we're going to come towards this side right here where the trident, so the trident is facing over there, we're facing over here. Up against this stair right here of the trident, a full prismarine block like that. We're going to take 1 and 2 walls like this. up against this block right here. So we have our spruce, a full block, 1, 2, and 3 walls right here, and that'll fit right on top of those glass panes. Scooch over to this other side. We have the stair right there. So one wall here and one wall next to it. Back over to the front. On top of this stair right here that we've previously placed, we're going to place a wall here. We're going to place another stair facing towards the right like this, a full block out of that, and a full block next to it as well. We're going to place our walls, our polished blackstone walls, on top of the polished stairs, a fence in between them like this. We're going to come over to the side, so our trident is to our left, and we're going to place a wall right here like this, and it'll connect over, and that's okay. A full block on top of that spruce there. We're going to go back over to the front here, and right here on these 2 blocks is 2 walls like this. On top of each of these walls is a fence like that. Grab your end rods, and we're going to place an end rod on top of each of the tridents like this. And you know what? I think I forgot to add the eyes into the chest. So you are going to need 2 item frames, Mabi, and 2 Heart of the Seas. So let's finish off those eyes. 2 item frames and 2 Heart of the Seas. And there you have it, your finished Cecaelia. That one was really difficult. I hope you hung in there with me if you were making this in survival. If not, please download the schematic and use it that way. Those stairs are killer. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.